Number one thing I would want to really say as a typical Ugandan is most of the people's hearts lie where they benefit.
Does that include you?
Definitely. I'm a young man with a promising future. But what I want to tell you is I'm not so much interested to know about NUP, about NRM, and about all that. You get? Because I understand that when you are not in a position of leadership or to wield rules and whatever policies, so many times you become where two elephants fight, the grass suffers, or when it rains the flowers get the water. If the young people of NUP have sat down and have really and completely do understand the rationale or the motives of NUP, and they feel like that is the right route they are going to take to get whatever they need, that is okay. However, I wanted to stress it to you. Uganda's problems are there. They are there. Statistics has it that Uganda is one of the youngest countries in the world. You understand? What does that tell you? That tells you that young people of Uganda are going to be here way longer. If we do the statistics, yes?
Yeah, like my concern is about the fact that regardless of where these people are coming from, you will help me, Miss Bena, regardless of what these people are doing, is it justifiable for the government to do something contrary just because someone has a different political ideology? What do you think?
It might not be justifiable, but we've seen that because they are in power, because they have the resources, then they are taking us into the direction because they're the ones deciding. Somehow you might not have all that.
So you go by the flow?
You might go by the flow. See, do you choose which road they are going to construct? We don't get to choose. It's because they are the ones slicing the cake.
Is that a
we
nice
just
way of
receive.
saying we should abide by whatever goes
Sometimes by default. Sometimes by default we end up taking a direction of the what? Of the leaders. Because they're the ones with the resources.
What is your take on that? We abide by whatever is happening because we seem to be powerless?
Now from your earlier guidance to this narrative, I see you want to articulate a bit of the arrests, the military, whatever, that we see around.
That are happening.
Yeah. I love my country. Right now, I'm above 25. I've not seen war. Yeah. I have so many friends of mine from Sudan. And every time they reach Kampala, they pull their phones out. They just can't believe there is a city like this in Africa or a place like this in Africa. Yeah. Recently, you've seen what has been happening on TikTok. A certain gentleman that went to a neighboring country, I won't disclose, that came back and gave us a whole different narrative from what we knew about the country. Yeah. So I'm just painting you the picture of Uganda, outside and here. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, a country gets to choose the road it takes. That is what I was trying to bring about earlier on. When we talk about democracy and we talk about all these merging political ideologies that seem very fancy, that maybe the Western world may want to impose on Ugandans, or that the young elites of Uganda have understood and want to bring into this country, they should understand that culture is very essential in defining the narrative of politics of any country. Ask me how. You've seen the unrest in Kenya, and I've seen Ugandans asking themselves, how can Kenyans be this united and they just march the same line without any kwara?
It's because Ugandans have also faced repercussions of standing up for themselves. I saw these
youths... That Kenyans haven't?
Yeah, but to a certain extent, you see that in Kenya, the way the police could arrest the youths was different. But here, I saw the NUP guys being taken by police. You just go under the Kabangali. And when they take you to Chitalia or wherever, your family will take a year. They will cry on TV. So at some point, some youths withdraw. The strong ones, we saw them taking up spaces. They took up spaces, stood up for their ideology. And they were curbed. They were curbed. So, you know, when the youth say that there is the energy in Kenya, maybe Uganda, they've tested the waters of their energy too. And the testimonies are there. People have been crying. I've seen the Eddie Mutwes. Those were youths